Gourmet chef Malko Kaji gets arrested on suspicion of multiple murders of men which he previously seduced. And journalist Rika Machida starts interviewing her and asks the countries for recipes and her results for her supposed crimes. Starting a Hannibal Lecter and the Jodie Foster type of relationships, like the one, of course, the one in the Silence of the Lambs. And the more Rika listens to Kaji's advice, the more Rika's life starts to change, and she goes on a further and further on her path of self-discovery. In this great book by Asako Yuzuki, which I'll be reviewing today. I realized I forgot to hold up the book, the earlier part, but now here it is. The story of Baller is very simple and just consists of different episodes of Rika's personal life, and then going to Kaji and discussing different things to her, and then Rika performing the actions that Kaji asks of her. The story will take you to multiple locations on Rika's quest to finally understand this mysterious Rika. And they are getting closer and closer until we finally approach that ending. The book kind of starts to lose its luster during around the 4/5 of the book, when a character which hadn't really had any kind of real development starts she becomes really important, and she hasn't had any development earlier, so it comes out of nowhere, and it's not a very good part of the book. And maybe they did shine, and maybe she got developed earlier, and I just wasn't paying attention. But to me, that felt like how it ended up being. The novel will not really give you very conclusive answers when you get to the ending, which I think is great and probably the best way they could have done it. No, the only characters in this book who were really important is Kaji and Rika, and they were doing amazingly. They feel sentient, and you can feel the weight of every decision. You can feel the logic behind it too. How a person like this a person like this exists, and they would probably think like this. And the consequences too, they feel real. And it's great overall. The other characters though, they are like puppets to push the themes, and push the story and themes forward. And that makes the development, when I talked about before that it loses luster during the 4/5, that's the part of a character who hasn't really had any development takes the matter into her own hands. And all I could say about that is terrible, though there's some very weird uses of blogs in this book. That I haven't seen that before done in the same way that is in this book. And for something greater, the themes of misogyny and femininity are told in a way that I hadn't thought about too much before. It made me think in different ways, though that may just be because I'm ignorant. But I thought it, at least, great that it did that to me. Maybe it won't do that to you, but I just had to say. The commentary spread throughout the whole book. The prose in the book is pretty good too, at least to my comprehension and my level of English. And the metaphors are also pretty easy to understand too, and that's very important because that's how it tries to push its themes onto you a lot of times. And of course, it's a translated book, so you can't really say how good the language actually is, just how the translator put it. But this translation is good, at least from how far I can tell. There's correct punctuation, commutation, and all those things. And the metaphors, it's very important that they're translated well, because I said earlier that that's how it tries to push its themes, and I think it does it very well. It pushes them forward well, and I can comprehend it all really well. Now, I really enjoyed this book. I blasted through it in 3 days, which is probably fastest I've read a book of this size, like 450 pages, I think. Yes. And that was because I was on vacation, and I had a lot of time to read this. but I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really great until that ending of until that like four-fifth, and some of the characters were useless, didn't play any point at all in the story. But it is extremely entertaining. It leaves you thinking for a bit. It loses its. I just said, don't worry about that. Okay, I'll give it 4 stars out of 5 with a strong recommendation. I'd recommend almost anyone to read this book, especially if you're a fan of Japanese literature. And then you may have already read it, but in case you haven't, I recommend it.